What you got? That's burning.
So we're here on the civil standby order. I need to speak with the other party here. Yeah, that's one of them. But that's,
So when you say you have an order to get everything out of there?
there's two orders. There's one that's an amended emergency order because what happened was we weren't able to get into the we weren't able to see what was left behind.
We're gonna
when they listed
verify
the
paperwork and stuff
property,
first
the
before we go
lobster
through
that
that.
was at my daddy's
like
house?
all of her schoolwork,
You
her
work
school
at a-
books, and
you
her
work
school
at a-
supplies and toys and her luggage.
Any questions?
And it's on the photographs on the website, and it has her luggage. And when I canceled the CenturyLink service, okay, there's a modem I've been leasing for $15 a month. It's cost $300. They want the modem back, so there was an amended emergency order that was just filed yesterday.
Hernandez.
Okay.
Yep,
That's
me.
the last name of my doctor's name, Dr.
The representative
Hernandez.
is here,
Okay.
and I mean, I understand you're trying to clear the property out anyway. I mean, I don't think that they would have a problem putting the stuff out by the curb for us so that it doesn't, and we're here so it won't get stolen or trashed or anything like that. I mean, I don't think anybody wants her stuff to be stolen or trashed or damaged or destroyed by the rain, so if you guys don't let her get her stuff because it's not specified, okay, in order, because we didn't know about it until yesterday, till we saw the listing photos, we saw it was left behind. So if any of you have a problem, you know, with that, then it is what it is, okay? But I don't believe that we should be the subject of irreparable harm over this. They want the property cleared out anyway. It's not their stuff. So if you won't allow us to get it because the amended order hasn't come through on it, then they can at least set it by the curb, have decency to do that, and we'll get it out of here for them free of charge because it's our belongings. She needs it. Yes, sir.
My toys were left in there, my Legos, even my table and chair.
Okay.
The order states that everything has to be moved. You would have to secure an off-duty deputy to stand by while that happens.
It's only going to take less than 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because that's why we got all this help. We've been standing out here since noon.
Okay.
And this is the residence right here?
It's my residence.
Your residence.
Yeah.
1118.
My property.
1118
Oh.
is the residence.
Her residence.
Her residence, okay.
Her belongings, and there was never a writ of possession against her. It was just against me.
Hold on 1 second.
So is there a court order signed by a judge for a civil standby or anything?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
He's trying to work out the situation. You were one of the ones that called me out of here, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that wasn't me. So
okay.
they get me and a couple deputies. They get all of us kind of mixed up because I guess we look similar.
Well, not just that. There's two families that run that apartment up there. You got 3 generations of Vitalis, 2 generations of Crowdfits, and the whole town's like that. And it's one major conflict of interest.
And
What's happening here is very special. Even
there.
if you speak with Sharon Khan, she knows everything. Okay, so does Lieutenant Cross. They know everything. They know everything about my situation, and they know how special and unique it is.
Okay.
Even our clothes were left in there.
Okay.
It's not much in there at all.
And his keys and wallet and his license and the credit cards are in there too.
Okay.
Now, this listing was reported. You see, he's a realtor for a list. This listing was reported to the Association of Realtors this morning as unauthorized, and they removed the listing, just to let you know. So when they leave, they should remove the sign, and they should give the keys to me, the keys to my property to me.
Is that a locksmith over there with the pink shirt on?
No. No, it's Prestige
Not that I'm
Realty.
familiar.
Oh, it's a realtor, right? cop car coming down this road.
That's the sergeant. He was on the phone with the civil.
Hold on. Which sergeant is that? Zoe, let me see your phone, please. I wanna
Sergeant
make sure-
Raymond.
Yeah, it's
I'm
still recording.
I'm aware. We're recording too.
I know, but I
I'm
make sure
I'm familiar. I've spoke with you before
I
with
know,
the
but
whole
guess what?
house on 17.
Guess
and-
what? We were lied to about the body cams from the officer being here. There was 3 officers that dragged us out of here, and there's only 1 body cam that I ordered from records. The other 2 were not on. So
Okay.
this is
Well.
why we report.
No,
It's
I
nothing
understand.
against you, but I've
There's
had a lot of
nothing
problems with your
preventing you
depart-
from doing that.
I've had a
So.
lot of problems with your department, sir.
Okay, that's understandable. Was that?
Do we have the order?
I don't know if he
Signed
actually
off by
has
the
the,
judge.
Is all the
paperwork with him. He
cops
said there
coming
is
from
one.
the
We need
police
it.
station?
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
And just
your
for the
body
record,
cam.
sir.
He was
no,
arrested
I'm
for
I'm
no
addressing
reason.
this. Just for the record, sir, I'm Vern Parsons, VP Realty.
And I'm
Do you have your body
Zoe
cam with
K.
you?
Parsons.
And this
Huh?
also
Do you have your body
happens to
cam?
be our resident.
It's in the car.
I know
He's
you
one of
met
those
met
guys
us
you want your
before.
body cam on. He's one of those guys you want your body cam on.
Okay.
For the record,
Okay.
okay, I know you're with Prestige Realty, and I know you're not Devin Steele, so I was just, you know. All right, yes.
Need the paper?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Parsons, ARSS. 122270. It is. It was. It always has been. I'm 1118. My tenants are in 1116. My tenant neighbors. If you need any information or witness testimony from them, they're always available to speak with you. Yes. Yeah. It's 941-276-5061. Zoe, come on down here, sweetie. I need you to hold the phone for me and do your job. Thanks.
So,
Go ahead and get the vehicle and all the people here, please, while you're at it.
Mr. Parsons, do you have your form, your piece of paper from the court that's signed by the judge?
Lieutenant Cross called me and told me to come here. Okay, she didn't say anything about no forms. Lieutenant Cross called me and told me to come here. There shouldn't be any more problems. I can get Lieutenant Cross on the phone.
What's the items that you're coming to get? Specific items, like 3 things,
Well,
correct?
there was one motion. I just explained everything to him and you too, I believe. There's 2 civil standby orders. Okay, the first one was for my wallet, because my wallet's in there, my keys for my vehicles had to have the one towed, and her and her deceased mom's hard drives that have all of their photos and everything.
So wallet, keys, and hard
Right,
drives.
but then the property was listed, and it's an unauthorized listing. The Association of Realtors had them take the listing down because it's unauthorized. It's an unlawful listing.
Can you take out the sign?
Because I'm the property owner, resident, the only one that has lived here and always will. Okay, it's my property. That was an unauthorized listing. They had them remove it. He's got to take the sign when he leaves. Meanwhile, they listed the property and they showed the photographs in its current state yesterday. Okay, and the photographs include, okay, her luggage sitting in the middle of the floor and toys of hers that was left behind. You got to understand, I was never able to get in the residence to see what was in there and what was remaining.
Are you the owner of the property, or were you renting the property?
No, I'm the owner, and you can talk to my tenants that live on the other side of 1116, and they'll give you all the testimony you want about all of this. So no, there was no eviction filed. There was no eviction filed. The whole thing's unlawful. There was no motion request for any of this action. There was no hearing, none of that stuff. Out of the blue, my ex-wife managed to get the judge to put a writ of possession in her favor. She's an illegal non-immigrant on the run from immigration. They haven't picked her up yet, and we've been divorced for over 2 years, and she's gone around committing fraud. If you Google my name, you'll see what's going on. I've got the judge at Hall in Supreme Court, and I've got my ex-wife in federal fraud case in the federal middle district court.
Okay.
You'll see all that. So that's what's going on. The realtors here, she implicated them into a fraudulent scheme. That's why they removed the listing. But yesterday, when they uploaded the photos, it shows her belongings, which were not listed in that order. So I filed a subsequent, an amended emergency motion for civil standby. Okay, And
Civil standby to get
a second
certain
emergency.
certain items out of the house, correct?
And
that
it's in the
that were pertinent to you. Your wallet, your keys.
That was the
and-
first one. The
Okay.
second one that was just filed yesterday after they showed the photos of her belongings left there in the middle of the room, and I assume that they're going to be put at the curb, and I'd like to intercept them before they get damaged or stolen.
You mentioned school books and school items.
She's ask her. She's got all her luggage.
And as far
Her
as
luggage
these-
is in the photo. The
As
listing
far,
photo.
as far as these subsequent orders, where is this form or these pieces of papers that state exactly what you're grabbing and what you're supposed to grab?
The first one does, yes.
Okay.
I like
And
those
so those are the items that you're coming for right now. If the landlord wants to allow you to grab something else, that's
Right.
fine. But if it's
Oh,
gonna
well,
take-
landlord, there is no landlord.
or whoever,
Let me stress this over and over again. I am the property owner. I have been illegally evicted from my property, and you can look up the case number. It's
but
2021
it's
DR-1.
still in the court proceedings.
I know, and
correct?
it's unlawful.
There's been no judgments, no nothing made
Right,
until then. So as of right now, you've been lawfully evicted from the property.
And
Hold
unless
on,
he's
hold
willing to
on,
cooperate
hold on.
and let the girl get her stuff.
Okay. At the end of the day, you've been lawfully evicted from the residence.
No,
okay?
I've been unlawfully evicted, sir. I've been unlawfully.
Okay.
And
Are you going to let me talk?
Yes,
or are you
but
gonna keep
one
interrupting me?
final thing
Okay.
I'd like to say.
What, are you going to interrupt me or are you going to let me talk?
Go ahead and then I'll wait.
Okay. So with that being said, you're only allowed to come in here and take what is on that piece of property or on that piece of paper ordered by the judge.
In the
Okay.
absence of his agreement, because
Okay.
he's in possession of my property right now. He's in possession of my property
So
right
this
now.
court order says right here, what you're going to grab is your wallet, your car keys, and your mobile hard drive that you requested. Okay, so those are the three items that we're going to let you take out of this house with officers present.
Is he
If
gonna-
you
is
want
he
to get a
gonna-
different,
is-
if you want to get, quit interrupting me. If you want to get a different court order, or if you want to get another piece of paper that states from the judge that you can come and get the rest of the property, that's great. And then you can come up to the sheriff's office and request another civil
I
standby.
understand your position,
Okay?
sir. I understand your position, and I'd like to remind you that
Yep.
that the Florida Constitution provides that it's unlawful to obey an unlawful order or engage in a fraudulent scheme.
And that's something that you have to take
Exactly,
before the courts that
exactly.
you've already started
And-
that process.
and I don't wanna have
And
to take
until
that
you
to the
finish
courts,
that
but that
process-
depends on-
Until you finish that process and get it legally
Right,
signed
right,
off on
right.
by a judge,
Right.
we are only going to accommodate what the judge has signed off
Okay,
on now, okay?
Zoe, will you go ask that gentleman if he'll let you get
Sure.
your belongings?
I
Okay.
already spoke to him.
Then why are we having this conversation?
Because I'm
He's
here-
already agreed. What are you trying to do? He's already agreed. Why? He's already agreed to let her say. Why is he doing this?
Let's go.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's a court order. Didn't have it in the paper. Didn't have a little heart. Mother died when she was
They
9
can
days
battle
old.
with CenturyLink for the modem. Okay, they can charge her for it.
They all getting sued anyway. It was all illegal. All illegal. The way Judge Hall treated him, didn't do one. Judge Hall didn't do one thing for him. Not one thing.
Shut your mouth. We'll find out what the district is in illegal.
Got an interest in something. God bless them all, I'll tell you.
If they had God, they wouldn't be involved in this to begin with. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Their children need it.
And you notice I have not said one thing about the table. All I'm here to do is open the door.
They don't care. Don't you get it?
It's been going on for 3 days.
I'll buy you a new one, sweetheart.
She's supposed to go back to school this year. Poor little girl, first time she started school. Yeah. You don't know how sad, how girls, how it's broke our hearts what's happened to this family here. That's right, I'm an old 77-year-old Vietnam Purple Heart warrior, I never thought this world would come to this. So hurt. I watched her cry. Her mother died 9 days, and she didn't favor one thing for him. This has been going on for 3 years. And I'm so hurt because I'm losing her. It's just terrible. I try not crying, captains and sergeants, whatever. But you know, I went to the dentist one time when I was a young boy. And that's 20 years ago, they put the big old needles in you, the horse needles. And the dentist said to me, and I was just a kid, he says, if this is the worst pain you'll ever experience, he says, you'll be just fine. He was right. Because that wasn't the worst pain. And the next pain is when I had my buddies in a tent blow up all in front of me for the United States. Whatever happened to the compassion of people? She's illegal. The divorce was over. The Judge Hall is the one that opened everything back up. 3 false, no identity, but she got 3 Florida licenses. DeSantis knows all about this. Of course, the aides will take care of it. It's terrible the way it works. But I know you guys are doing your job. But you're like all the other ones, are doing their job. But you know what? When it comes to money, people with money doesn't make love and happiness in families. The poor families are the closer ones together. I'm sorry, okay? It's so hard for me. That's all I've ever been doing, being hurt over this whole thing. That little girl watching her cry, my granddaughter, and only got the one son. It's just terrible. Everything's documented. It's been documented. And then through the Court of Appeals, these went everywhere. And the judge is being investigated, by the way. They actually took the case. Maybe they'll disrobe him up there.
You can't take your glove, you can't take your clothes. I hope those kids can all wear them.
No, you can't take the gloves to the Philippines with you. Your best place for it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Best
out of
place
this
for it.
stinking town.
Well, believe me, it's not going to be over with me because I'm going to be up there. They're just doing their job.
This is for you, sir. This is for you, sir. This is for you, sir.
They know what's going on. I'm not gonna take it. Let's go.
So the hard drives with
Hey, how far can I pick it from the courthouse? Somebody speak
files
has to
and
pick.
photos. The hard drives are missing.
If somebody has
And
a
it's also
demonstrator,
got
we're
like
going to
export evidence
across
on
the
it.
street. Okay, I'll find out. Tell me to move.
We've got a second order coming to get the rest of it's her stuff, her luggage. You've seen in the photos on the listing, and so. Alrighty. Yes.
Your dad's right there. Go catch up with your dad, okay? Catch up.
When will I get my stuff back?
Huh?
When will I get my clothes?
I don't know, baby. I can't answer that question. That's one you're gonna have to ask your parents, okay? So let's go out here. Let's go talk to your dad, okay? All right, Mr. Parsons. That's been taken care of.
Right, we complete the stand by order. I'm gonna stand across the street and I'm gonna see what they have to say about well, excuse me, officer Murphy. So you said that that the gentleman there and his agents or company, they are agreeable to let her get her stuff.
Also, at this moment, they weren't going to resist opening the door, gather what you need.
No, but he said we can only take those 3 items. Okay, so, you know, the original question...
Ordered by the judge.
Yeah, so he said he'd come up here and said we could only take 3 items. After he had already agreed that we could take everything, and he's in possession of it, so it's irrelevant to the judge. It's irrelevant to the judge if he's in possession of the property and he agrees.
If y'all want to go between the judge and whatnot, that's between you two. I'm only
Yes,
here.
because it is a civil matter.
I'm only here to handle the civil
And
process.
you did. And you
that's
did.
what we did. So we're out.
Okay, good.
So if y'all have a different agreement amongst each other with a trespass and everything going on, that is between you two and you two only.
All right, so let's get on that now. Okay, thank you.
All right. Good.
Alright. I'm gonna talk to both y'all behind Murphy's car. I want to talk to both y'all.